Hey everyone, Andrigats here, and with the World Within's launch just a few weeks away, now is the perfect time to start getting ready, and today we're doing exactly that. We're diving into 6 essential tips and tricks to ensure that you are fully prepared for everything this expansion has to offer. Whether you are a new or a returning player, this guide will help you make the most out of your prep time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. With a new warband system in place, swapping characters has never been so easy. The World Within is expected to be the most ALF-friendly expansion yet, making having multiple characters more exciting and fun. You don't have to worry about losing important progress on your main, because most of the renowns now will be account-wide. That includes the Dragonfly ones and moving forward into the World Within. This essentially means that you can pick up where you left off on any alt and continue playing on that character. The leveling experience has also been significantly nerfed, making it a blast to max out any alt. Don't forget that the Mist of Pandaria remix is still a thing, and you can level up to 70 in just a couple of hours. If you are wondering how to do that, check out my leveling guide video where I go over the best way to max out any alt by using XP tokens. If you are taking the time to level up an alt, then you should consider also gearing them up. It goes without saying, but having good geared characters will make leveling through the new expansion much smoother, especially if you plan to go solo and your class isn't exactly the tankiest spec. Looking at you, Shadow Priest.
Oh, don't go dying on me!
Or should I say, Paper Priest? Fortunately, there are countless ways to gear up, whether you prefer PvP, PvE, or solo outdoor content. There is literally something for everyone, but one crucial tip is to complete the weekly Valdragon quest for freeing bullions. This quest usually takes about half an hour if done efficiently, and now rewards you with 2 bullions instead of 1. It provides a solid head start, allowing you to buy powerful gear from the Valdragon's vendors, starting at 493 and can be upgraded all the way to 528. Even if you're just starting now, you can quickly catch up to the bullion cap by participating in all of the raid difficulties. Naturally, the higher the difficulty, the better your chances of seeing a bullion drop. Unfortunately, they seem to be extremely low in LFR where I've been trying to catch up, so brace yourself with a lot of patience, or just go vending on the forums. Your choice. There's also a script available that tells you exactly how far behind you are on the cap. Sometimes you might find more than one quest offering 2 bullions, like this week's quest for completing 4 mythic dungeons. So you can say it's essentially a free loot. Furthermore, the new pre-patch event offers good catch-up gear starting at 493 and can be further upgraded. Any warbound gear items that you come across can also be stored and retrieved through the War Bank across any of your alts. This also applies to the gear coming from the event, so you can quickly gear up your alts. On top of that, the farmable currency of residual memories is transferable between your characters, which further supports account-wide progression. With all of these options available, you can easily gear up your alts before the new expansion hits. I believe having at least 490 gear is ideal for starting the World Within, and you won't have any trouble with your leveling. Moving on, another essential step is to review your add-on list and decide which ones to keep and which to remove. It's time to say goodbye to add-ons that you haven't used in over a year in order to make room for new ones. If you purchase the Epic Edition of the World Within, then you can also jump into the beta and test them all out. That is, of course, if they are working. With each new expansion, some add-ons are destined to become outdated, and as Blizzard keeps improving their UI, it also makes some add-ons really unnecessary. However, the new expansion's features often bring fresh needs, and talented developers create add-ons to complement those needs. And yeah, the World Within is no exception. Whenever we are on a brink of a new expansion, I always take some time to clear out my bags. When we start leveling in the World Within, it's very likely we'll gather lots of junk along the way. Now imagine if you also have old items just sitting around. It's time to throw them all away or sell them in the auction house. Luckily, Blizzard has also implemented a handy feature that shows the expansion each reagent comes from, making organization a lot easier. Don't forget to use any reputation tokens now, since the main factions of Dragonflight are warbound, and of course disenchant any epic gear you no longer need. Without a doubt, dragonfly mats are destined to be very cheap when the next expansion hits, so it's better to just sell them now while they're still worth something. Now, if you have an auctioneer, what I like to call an alt dedicated to sales, send all of your items there, or even better, store them in your workbank for easy access. If you're not really sure whether you'll need certain mats in the future, just safely store them in your workbank for the time being and retrieve them from any alt whenever necessary. The end goal is to clear out your main bag to avoid any slowdown during the War Within leveling. No one wants to be stuck figuring out where to put items while everyone else is enjoying the leveling process. Obviously, the more free space you have, the better, and that can be easily sorted by having bigger bags in the first place. You can buy them from the auction house, craft them with a tailor, or take advantage of the pre-patch event, which offers 32 slot bags for 2000 memories each. While this might come in conflict with buying gear, crafting them is likely the best option since materials are extremely cheap now. Just take advantage of this downtime to get organized and ready. Some people might find this next one ridiculous, but to me it's not, so I'm just gonna say it anyways. I believe one of the upsides of having many alts is, well, dressing them up. And you know what they say, the better your transmog looks, the more damage you will eventually do. With the new workbench system in place, getting your hands on a lot of transmog pieces is a lot easier. You can use your free time now to go through legacy raids or even dungeons and collect as many transmog items as you can. Then, when you decide what classes you wanna play in the War Within and you get on your yak, you'll see a million new options to choose from. Yay! I really like the transmog options from Legion for most of the classes, but in all fairness, every expansion has some really cool ones. Some classes might get more love than others, but you can definitely find some gems if you dig a bit. On top of that, if you are a bit bored of retail, you can take a bit of time to farm bronze in Remix and buy a ton of awesome Pandaria outfits to complement your classes. And speaking of classes, have you decided what you'll play in the War Within? If not, worry not. Like I said, anyone who purchases the War Within Epic Edition also gets access to the beta test. If you are unsure whether to stick to your main or reroll to a new class, now is the perfect time to decide. That's for more tryhards, but if you really want to invest a bit of time and want to test out your class, just launch the beta WoW version and select the realm this go to 11, where every character is maxed out. Then you can purchase some gear from the vendors and head straight to the dummies for initial testing. If you find the dummy test just a bit too static, try hopping into a dungeon for a more dynamic experience. Testing out your class against dummies might not give you the full picture since it doesn't involve any moving or any taking damage. You can also use the fuller dungeons to avoid dealing with other players. For a greater challenge, there is the option as well to test out in Mythic Plus environment. At level 80, you will also have your hero talents unlocked, allowing you to better understand how your class will perform in the War Within. We've still got some time ahead of us until the launch, and beta is still a testing environment, so everything is subject to change. Take everything with a pinch of salt, but at least you'll get the general idea and you can make a more educated decision. For me, it's always gonna be a priest because I don't think I ever see myself rerolling to a new main class, but yeah, I think I will definitely explore some new alts, maybe a shaman, maybe mage, I don't know, I guess time will tell. There is plenty more things to do, but these are what I believe to be the most efficient ones and worth doing. If you have any more to add to my list, please do so in the comment section. I always like to sit back and go through your comments. So yeah, with that, I'd like to thank you all for sticking around. And I would also like to say one more time how much I appreciate your constant support. And guys, we did actually hit another milestone, the 6,000 subs. Honestly, I can't believe we've reached this amount. Thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Hit the bell button as well if you would like to stay up to date. Good luck with whatever you're doing, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye!